Hey, hi, hello, welcome to my video. I'm Moss, and today I'm going to slightly customize and edit this Cerise Hood that I got secondhand, which means her hair is gross and gluey and stays contained in there. She also has a skirt that I made out of a random piece of fabric because she did not come with pants. And the focus of today's video is making this little purple claw that she came with into a little wolf's paw. I think it'll work pretty well, especially because it is a clawed hand and it has longer nails and is sort of like raw. I don't know. Yeah. I'm also going to add some more details to her boots. I've kind of already tried. Let me do this real quick. I've kind of already started editing her boots so they have a little more detail. It's just the laces for now. I do want to change the buckles to a gray. I don't have any metallic to make this kind of match with this, but it still have more detail than it originally did. But yeah, so let's start on the hand first and then move on to the boots after this little guy's done. I started painting the hand by mixing a dark gray from the gray that I already had. Then I painted the hand, making sure to get in between the fingers. I knew trying to get the connection piece to stay gray wasn't going to work, but I tried to do it anyways. I started adding the extra details to the shoes by painting the bead at the end of the laces red to bring that color down. I also went over the tassels and the fringe with a lighter brown just to give a little bit more visual interest. After letting the hand dry, I added thin lines of a lighter gray to the top of the hand. I went over those lines with a darker gray, and once that had finished drying, I added more light gray lines, concentrating them at the base of the wrist. This layering made it so I was able to get a good amount of depth. After all the paint had dried, I went over everything with a layer of Mod Podge. I couldn't find the matte Mod Podge that I have, so I ended up using very thin layers of a satin finish. I did add a thicker layer to the base of the heels of the boots to make it seem like a different material to the rest of the shoe. It's a new day. I'm in a new shirt. Here's what we have so far. Her little hand is finally complete. Da, 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 da. Let's see if it'll focus. That's probably as good as we're gonna get. So her little hand's complete. I did have to paint the nails off screen because they are too small. I gave her little toe beans because that seemed appropriate. And now I've decided that I'm going to paint the gray and bring it up her arm a little bit so it fades in a little more naturally than stopping just right at her wrist. It looks a little bit odd. There are some chips already, and I gave up on ever trying to get the peg portion here covered until I get fancy materials, and I'm not getting those for a while because that's an expense I'm not willing to pay just yet. I also finished up her shoes. A little close-up of those. Whoop. They're cute. I'm going to tidy up around the laces a little bit and then Mod Podge everything. I decided to not do the stitches because that just seems impossible. I struggled enough with the nails. I don't want to try doing something that small. But yeah. So next is trying to fix her hair. I have found a method that I'm going to try on Reddit. I'll link the post down below, and I will try to insert the method right here. I might not succeed. It'll be down in the description. But basically, I'm going to fix the gross, sticky, gluey mess with baby oil and just hand soap. Or not hand soap, dish soap. It's dish soap, which works out great because we're almost out of dish soap, but we have some anyways. To deal with the glue seepage, I washed the hair with baby oil and focused mainly on scrubbing it into the head. The glue seepage was so bad that the head was completely solid in some places, and I really focused on working in the oil in those areas. After letting the oil sit for over 30 minutes, I washed it out with dish soap. This took around 10 washes to completely remove the oil, but I was also using a very small amount of soap every time. After consulting my friends about it, I decided to paint the arm to match the hand so it was a smoother transition. I used the same dark gray and painted up a bit below the elbow. I then added some thin lines and the same gray at the end of the elbow. I used the same method as the hand by layering light gray, then dark gray, and then light gray again, this time focusing at the wrist and where the gray ended near the elbow. And there she is, finally completed. I hope y'all enjoyed watching this little customization video, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!